o'clock on this Tuesday morning, January 13th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first, we want to have a look at some of the news you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is live in the newsroom right now. She's taking a look at some of our headlines on this Tuesday. Steph, good morning.
Hey there, guys. Good morning. Going to start off with later today, Governor Kathy Hochul will deliver her annual State of the State address. Now, the speech is expected to focus on making life more affordable for New Yorkers. Hochul also pushing for proposals such as universal child care, crackdowns on ghost guns, and stronger online protections for children. The address will be at 1 this afternoon, and we will stream it live on 13wham.com. We are learning more about a man arrested by ICE in Rochester on New Year's Day. Officials say Wahid Allah Muhammad is an Afghan national who was in the country illegally after being convicted of attempted murder against his sister in 2008. ICE says Muhammad lawfully entered the country in 2004, but his conviction violates the terms of his legal status. Meantime, the state of Minnesota is now suing the federal government over the ongoing immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. The lawsuit argues Operation Metro Surge violates the 10th Amendment by disregarding state law and interfering with the state's authority to govern. This follows the fatal shooting of a Minneapolis woman by an ICE officer last week. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you.
All right, let's get a look at what we have brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with what's next for the DA's office. This morning, we're sitting down with Monroe County District Attorney Brian Green to talk more about his first few months on the job and what plans he has for the year ahead.
Then we're heading into the kitchen for this morning's Spatchcock Funk. Today, they're showing us how to make their favorite clam chowder, inspired by one of their culinary inspirations.
And later, from page to stage, TYKES is bringing the beloved children's classic, Are You My Mother?, to life. We're going to be joined by the writer and director who spent over 10 years crafting this brand new show.
Yeah, lots to do. Before all of that, though, a check of our Tuesday forecast. We may see some rain showers out there today. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking those for us right now. Marty?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to see a couple showers try to build in by the very end of the day today. Overall, I think it's just going to be a mainly cloudy day for us. And even with that said, for the short term, could see a couple little variations, a couple little breaks out there. Not really going to turn into a sunny day, but any of the breaks that we do see would likely happen during the initial part of the day. And we're seeing at least some variations in the cloud cover out there now. 35 currently, above freezing. Never did drop down below freezing overnight last night, so stayed pretty mild. Wind out of the southwest at about 8. That wind is going to pick up a little bit as we go through the day today. So maybe a story where it turns breezy for the afternoon, especially late afternoon. Nothing too excessive, nothing like what we have seen over some recent wind events, but you'll notice that breeze picking up. Temperatures today, mainly in the 30s for a lot of the morning, approaching 40 at noon, probably some lower 40s for highs today, which is almost about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. And then longer term, temperatures tonight stay just very warm for this time of year, at least for January standards. We'll be in the 40-degree range for a low. The average low is 19 this time of year. 42 tomorrow. Now, the numbers are similar today and tomorrow, but tomorrow is going to be a very different day. That's an early high, then we drop back into the 30s and a much colder finish, some snow showers then. Could see some more accumulating snow heading into Thursday with those temperatures staying quite chilly, only 24 then, 12 for a low as we head into Thursday night. And then temperatures just stay cold as we head through Friday and the weekend. A lot of 20s and 30s for highs for the longer term. And above average by a little bit over these next couple days before we change things around by the end of the week. A lot more colder air making a return by the end of the week, guys.
Yeah, some of those lows are above average, too, if you get my drift.
Yeah, well, tonight's above average, 40. It's a nice number.
Yes.
True. Yeah.
Really cooling down by the end of the week, though.
You take what you get, and you don't get upset.
Not get upset.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hey, let's go off the top and start with some of the stories that have piqued our interest this morning. I'm going to kick things off. And for my off the top today, I want to talk about an app that's blowing up in China right now. And honestly, as a single guy, I kind of get it. So the app is called Are You Dead or Dead Yet, depending on the translation. And yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. The app launched last May. And at the start of this year, it became the most downloaded paid app in China. Here's how it works. Every 2 days, you have to check in by tapping a big button on your home screen to confirm, yes, you are alive. If you don't tap the button, the app automatically alerts an emergency contact that something might be wrong. Now, before you laugh, let me tell you why this is really taking off. So China is seeing a massive rise in people living alone. By 2030, they could have up to 200 million one-person households.
Wow.
200 million. We've got 350 million people in our country. They're going to have 200 million single-family households. People coming home to empty apartments at night. That means no roommates, no partner, no one to notice that something might be wrong. So the app markets itself as a safety companion for people living alone. And on Chinese social media, people are being brutally honest about why they need it. One user wrote, "There is a fear that people living alone might die unnoticed with no one to call for help. I sometimes wonder if I died alone, who would collect my body?" That's a quote.
The question. Okay.
That was a quote.
Okay.
Yes. Another person said it could be useful for introverts, people with depression, and others in vulnerable situations. The BBC interviewed a 38-year-old guy named Wilson. I love the name. From Beijing. He said, "I worry that if something happened to me, I could die alone in the place I rent and no one would know." And look, I get it. I live alone. If something happened to me at home, how long would it take before someone noticed?
I would notice very quickly.
You would notice in a day.
Less than a day, probably.
Well, yes, you would know when I'm not here in the morning, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But if something happened to me Friday night?
I think I'm more locked in on you than you might realize.
Ooh.
We have like a connection.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Whenever you're on social media,
When
it pops up and it says, "Say hello to Dan Schrack."
So when I'm hurting, you hurt too?
Of course. Explains this constant ache in my chest.
Great. I get it. It's a weird thing to think about, but it is real, and a lot of people in China are thinking about this as well. Some users have criticized the name for being too grim. They're suggesting alternatives like, "Are you okay?" instead of, "Are you dead?" Keep the name. The developer, a company called Moonscape Technologies, says they're considering a name change. Here's what's wild. The app was created by 3 people all born after 1995. Cost them about $150 to make, and now it's the #1 paid app in China.
Wow.
The founders say they're planning to sell 10% of the company for about $140,000, and they're exploring a version aimed at elderly users, targeting China's huge over 60 population, which honestly makes a lot of sense. Here's what gets me about this story. On one hand, yes, it is kind of dark. Are you dead yet? And it's depressing, and we've got that. But if you need this app, you need this app to make sure you're not dead. And on the other hand, it's real problem solving. People are living alone more than ever. Connection is harder. Community is weaker. And yeah, there are people out there who genuinely don't have anyone checking in on them regularly. I looked it up. You can't download it in America. It is Are You Dead? That's the name. I don't know what I have here. It was listed as Demumu, but Demumu is not an actual app. You're supposed to be able to download it in America under that app name.
Okay.
And unless I am a little technologically challenged. So it's possible that it does exist.
Okay.
If you can find Demumu, download it. It's like $1.25 or something, but totally worth it, I guess.
Apparently so.
I think I think this is interesting. One of my big fears, and I would say this is a reasonable fear,
Sure.
as someone who lives alone, is choking.
Yes, that's a very valid fear.
Have you ever seen those vacuum CPR machines?
Have you invested in one?
No, I haven't,
Maybe
but
you should.
I should.
You know, for your birthday or something.
I should.
A little gift to yourself.
Because, is he laughing over there at me? He's laughing at my struggles
Whatever.
as a single individual.
Oh my God.
Some people are just thick.
Jeez. Well, don't make it a weight thing. No, look, here's the thing. I think it's wise to invest in the choking thing. I don't want you to ever think that, like, you'll suffer alone because, like, I feel like I'll know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I go on whatever social media platform and it says like you were last active 18 hours ago, my little fire alarm in my head is going to be going off, and I'm going to say, we gotta send a little check-in.
But at that point, I'm done with the prompter. I'm blue. I'm face down in the shower and bloated. 18 hours is a long time.
So gruesome. You don't have
It's
to be
really
that
bad.
gruesome.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a fear.
Do you have
Slipping in the shower. That's a fear.
Do you have handrails? That's a valid question.
It is a valid question. I
or
don't
like
think I
sticky
have.
things on the bottom of the
I
shower
know I don't
floor.
have those.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
these
don't-
are
I don't
all
think
things
there's
that you can
handrails in
do
the shower.
to prevent any kind of thing from happening. But I do understand the fear. I fell down my stairs a couple weeks ago, like all the way down the stairs. Like top, fell all the way down, hit the plateau, continued falling around the corner. Like full wooden stairs. And like the entire time I was falling, like head over heels, literally, I was like, oh, my husband's gonna find me.
Is this how it's gonna
so
end?
Bad. Like I was like really getting upset in the
Yeah.
10 seconds it took for me to fall.
Uh-huh.
Or however long. And but the good news is I didn't die.
Yeah.
And you haven't died, knock on wood.
Yep.
Do you have like emergency contact in your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So like you're listed as one of mine, so that if I call 911 on my phone, they'll contact you to let you know that I've called 911. Because I listed you and Mark because you guys are usually up when I'm up,
Yep.
and because he lives next door to me.
Yep.
So like there are a couple people listed. So like if you get a call at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're like,
I'll
"Hey,
know.
something happened to Abby," it's legit.
I don't want them to break the news to me like that. Hey, something happened with Abby.
What?
No. Someone needs to come over to my house and hold my hand.
We found her bloated blue in the shower. But that's how you said it. Do you get it though?
Bloated face down. Yep, I got it.
Makes sense now.
I got it. All right.
I don't even want to do mine because it's not that good. All right, a zoo in Japan. They're getting kind of creative, getting kind of weird. They're trying to get people back inside the gates, even though they lost some of their most popular residents. Adventure World has been trying to get used to life after losing its 4 giant pandas last summer. Don't worry, they didn't die.
Okay.
They were taken back to China last year. But the zoo employees they wanted to honor the pandas that they love and all the love that was brought to the zoo. So what are they doing? They're dressing up as the pandas. Yeah, like hats, panda-like clothes, and you're gonna see it here. They're just behaving like pandas, basically, taking this whole mascot thing
Oh, wow.
to a new level. Not entirely convincing panda, just enough to say, like, this is what one would look like if it was here. This is part of a club called the I Love Pandas Club. It costs about $50 or 8,000 yen to take part. Now, if you're part of the program, you get to dress up as the zookeepers. You get to take part in this 90-minute experience to mimic what it's actually like to care for the animals. So what does it look like? Well, you're feeding the pandas, you're filling out behavioral reports, and you're also watching them play and exercise. And of course, you're also feeding them too. The zoo employees who are dressed as the pandas, which you see there, wait patiently to be fed by the visitors. The daily snack of choice, apple slices, something nice and healthy to keep those panda coats shiny.
okay.
Yeah, he's a panda. Do you get it?
I guess.
So it's kind of funny when you think about it because the zookeepers, they literally just get to like take a break and roll around like pandas while the visitors pay to do their work. I kind of think they might be onto something here.
But so anybody's allowed to do this? I
Yeah.
can go there and say, hey, I want to.
You don't get to be the panda.
No, I
You
wanna
get to
be one of the
zookeeper.
workers.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Kind of a sweeter response to a bad situation,
Yeah.
right? Some of the other stories we've shared that have been similar have been a little wacky. Some zoos making their own animals. Specifically, I'm thinking about that one zoo in China that painted their donkeys to look like zebras. You remember that?
Yep.
We've also seen those viral videos of animals that look like people just wearing costumes, but the zoos just claim that they're real. Thinking about those chow dogs painted to look like pandas. You know,
Remember the polar bear or the bears?
people say that one was legit.
I know.
All right. Either way, a unique way to get people through the doors and into buying tickets.
I think it's a great idea. I do.
I mean, it's a little. Yeah.
Listen,
How much do you like pandas, though? I guess is my question. Like,
Well-
would it be enough to be like, well, I don't get to see the panda, but I'm going to see this person acting like a panda?
I mean, that'd be a little depressing because you want to see the panda.
Yeah.
But I suppose watching zookeepers act like animals, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I would pay for that. And listen, I don't love the idea of zoos,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just caged animals, I just don't like
Yeah.
it. But, yeah, I think this is a great way to get people to come in the gates.
As the zookeepers, if you were now tasked with being a panda for these 90-minute, experiences, wouldn't you want to like make it a little dramatic? Wouldn't you want to like start some stuff, like make it
100%.
interesting?
Yes.
Like, oh, they're gonna watch my behavior.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I'm going to grab your
gonna-
hand when you go to give me apples.
Oh, I'm gonna bite you. How about
Yep,
that? Like,
yep, yeah.
I'd try to make it
100%.
a little more entertaining than
Yeah.
just hear these fluffy little happy guys.
I think you have to. And listen, I'm willing to bet that when it's not just video of employees dressed as pandas, and when you actually have public in there and the employees are dressed as pandas interacting with them, that they do put on a bit of a show.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
like some like Desperate Housewives type thing.
well, yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. They've seen it all at the zoo. Okay?
Yeah.
They know who's sleeping with who and whose baby daddy is what and where. They know this. They know it's a zoo. Come on. They know all of this, so I'm sure they know all the drama. It is a zoo here. Stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are checking in with Chris Lopez, who is live this morning, learning about a brand new theater company. They would be good at being panda.
They would. Don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, Rochester, get ready to applaud because a brand new theater company is stepping into the spotlight.
Yeah, it's called Classics Company, and they're making their debut right here in Rochester with their inaugural production at the Muck. This morning, Chris Lopez is taking center stage, getting a behind-the-scenes look at the creative team bringing this company to life. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yes, the Seagull today is $10 Tuesday, so you can watch the great Anton Chekhov play today for $10. Just bring your cash here to the muck, and you can see someone like who I'm standing next to right now. And so we just saw you, Dr. Dorn. Did I get that right?
No, I'm Trigorin.
Trigorin. Okay, so I got that completely wrong.
Trust me, sometimes we can't even keep us in order. We can't even tell us apart, so it's no big deal.
For a Chekhov play, people, I'll be honest, I know about Anton Chekhov, but about his great pieces of work, I don't know too much about it. And I know that was one of Mark Cuddy's kind of hesitations when it came to when he was the artistic director over at Jiva to play the classics. People didn't really know about him. Mm-hmm. Why should someone come check you guys out, though?
And I doubt it was Mark's hesitation. Sometimes we're beholden to what we deem or what the public at large wants. Anton Chekhov, despite people not really thinking they know him, I mean, he's imbued into theatrical culture. He was heralded as the father of modern theater. He broke conventions. People should come see Chekhov because, just like Shakespeare, the themes are timeless. We've all gone through these different themes in life. Unrequited love, discontentment.
Yeah.
But with this particular production, we're taking you back into early Russia, but the language is relatable, especially with the translation of Kristen. This translation has never been performed before. Another thing I find, people often will do Chekhov and they'll try to put it into a modern parlance, you know, do away with all this, put it into a Manhattan skyscraper. And then there's an artificial sense sometimes where you feel like you can relate to the world, but not necessarily the language. So this is turned around. You're in this world that seems unrelatable until you start relate to the language and the characters, and you say, hey, this is all of us. Hundreds of years later, this is who we are.
And Aaron, I don't know yet, but am I interviewing you again at 8:40?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I have one question then. Can you answer it quickly? Does this mess with you in terms of how close the audience is here at the Muck?
No,
I mean, they're a few feet away from you.
Personally, I love it. You know, you're this close. You have to train yourself to not connect with the eyes of the people, to sort of put yourself in front of and through them, but you feel every breath. You feel every exhale and inhale. And the excitement from the audience and their emotional reaction furthers my desire to emote and to
It elevates your game. Okay.
It's not for everybody, but it works for me.
I wish I could pick your brain more. Come check out Aaron tonight. They have about 6 more performances left of the Seagull. I'm sure you will see him. If you don't even get to catch him, he'll be around.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. And we're going to go backstage. I'm going to talk to Aaron, Kate, and Tracy. They are back here. We haven't talked to them at all. I want to see what they're doing back here. They are getting ready for a performance tonight. Good morning, ladies. Okay, I want to start off with the corsets. Oh. You especially, you told me, hey, punch me in the side. I'm wearing whalebone right now. Does that, when it comes to your character, does that give you that posture to perform better? Maybe not better, but differently if you didn't have it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you're forced to sit up straight and hold yourself very differently. You can't slouch at all. Like, if I slouch, this is all I'm doing.
We have to remember to make sure that we've tied our shoes before we get the corsets on, because then we just aren't able to get down to our feet very well. There's no moving in your waist, so you have to bend entirely from your hips.
And this is a period piece. Did you guys have any trouble adapting to the character at all?
Well, I think anytime you're playing somebody other than, somebody very unlike you, there's an adjustment, certainly. The person that I'm playing is nothing like me at all, except that they're an actress. But yeah, an adjustment, sure. But we had a lot of, you do a lot of research. There's a lot of preparation to get you ready for it. So,
did you guys utilize any part of yourselves in the character?
I mean, I think I would say yes. I think we always do that as an actor. You put yourself into the situation of the character, and then you find the connections. I mean, the person may be very different from you, but you still have to find a way in to where you find the emotional truth that you can apply into those moments that you're on stage. I have speaking of costumes, I have a locket that I'm wearing, which was approved by our costume designer. And the locket for my character, Paulina, has her beloved lover in there. But for me, I have someone who is very special to me. So when I'm holding the locket, I connect with the love I have for my special person with the love that Paulina, my character, is feeling for the person that she cares about. So.
That's amazing. Does anyone know that? Did you just reveal that?
Secret.
Okay. Secret revealed.
Actor secret given on live camera.
Come see Tracy and Aaron Kate tonight, $10 Tuesdays. You can check them out. Anton Chekhov's The Seagull. You can find information about those tickets on our website on 13wham.com or Fox Rochester. For now, back to you. We'll check back in with you at about 8:40.
$10 Tuesdays. Get some tacos beforehand.
Yeah. And you're all
Great
set.
night.
Beautiful.
Great night.
Thanks, Chris. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it is time for this morning's weather trivia.
Mark McLean will join us on the other side of the break.
Can we talk about your mustache? It's looking great.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it. It makes me, I feel distinguished.
You can't even look at you for too long now.
Oh, why? Because it makes you love me?
Well, I just want to like.
You're attracted, aren't you?
It's getting weird. It's
Let's
getting
just see
weird.
if it's stuck on.
Yeah.
Tape. Yeah.
Mark, help us out here. Let's
Yeah.
do weather trivia.
Well, we're having some fun today, okay? So, well, we always have fun. But today's is about snowmen. We made snowmen when we was kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
The deal was, you wanted that sloppy, wet snow. You wanted the stuff that would stack up so that you could build a super gigantic.
And you need them to last.
Right. Well, how about this? What was the final height of the world's tallest snowman
Oh my.
Okay.
ever created? That is an actual picture.
And is
of
this
Angus.
it?
That is Angus.
So this is the one.
Yes, in Bethel, Maine. Was that 28 feet tall, 54 feet tall, 86 feet tall, or 113 feet tall? So the average house is about 30 feet, right? If you go up to the peak of the top of the tallest roof of a two-story dwelling.
Yep. Got it.
Dan's stacking it up. He's literally standing in front of the TV screen trying to stack it up.
Yes, well, I'm going, listen, I'm looking at the people there.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, okay, average height, let's say 5 feet.
Yeah,
And let's
well,
add up some people.
just stack them up, right?
Yeah.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah, that is
What
fun.
else are you gonna do in the middle of winter? right?
What's your guess gonna be?
I can't tell you now.
We will have the answer on Arc Rochester at 9 a.m. as we always do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Talking about snow, let's talk about seasonal snowfall. in ROC. How about that? We've had a bunch, actually, close to 50 inches this season, and that's almost 10 inches above normal. It looks like we're going to add a little bit on here. Last year it was 32, not this morning. This morning's in good shape. 35, just the clouds out there, and thankfully, no wind today. I mean, it's going to get a little breezy later today, but nothing like what we've experienced. Now, there's a little setup here, and this is Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and early Thursday morning. Just a weak area of low pressure that's going to track by to our south, a little bit of lake enhancement on top of that. So the question is, are we shoveling, right? We're going to go through time here. You're not going to see any of these snow numbers roll up for today, but we get into Wednesday, and you start to see, ooh, did it? It didn't show it. I'm sorry. I'll have to show this again at 9 a.m. It's going to be the big reveal at 9 a.m. But anyway, here's the storm system that's heading our way. It's just going to be an inch or two, possibly 3 inches of snow for a lot of areas. But
By tomorrow?
by Thursday morning. So,
Okay.
back to reality, I guess, that kind of thing. There's the system there. That's the area of low pressure that's swinging south. And here we go through time. So just clouds today. Late this afternoon, there's a small chance that we get a shower, some wet snow showers in the hills south of Rochester. Tonight's fairly quiet and fairly mild. It's actually going to stay near 40 right through the overnight. Now that cold front goes through, and that's going to knock the temperature back. And out ahead of that cold front, it's going to be a weak area of low pressure. So you see that setup right there. Now we're, quote, on the cold side of that low, on the west side of that low. So that's going to help with the lake effect process. That's going to help generate some snow, and it's going to knock the temperature down. Check out this drop from Wednesday to Thursday. It's almost 20 degrees colder. The average is down to 33, but Thursday, the high temperature's back in the mid-20s. Then you've got some snow on the ground, and you know what happens to the temperature overnight when you start to see that scenario play out. But enjoy today. It's the last of our January thaw. It was nice to have a January thaw, right?
Yeah.
It was.
40s. I mean, that's not, for this time of the year, that's not bad. 42. We'll be at 40 overnight, mainly cloudy, and that's mild southwest breeze. The 7-day forecast is one for the winter lovers. We'll see, do we get 2 to 4 out of that by Thursday morning, or 1 to 3, something like that. We'll fine-tune it as we get a little closer, but colder for Friday. Some flurries on Saturday, and I'll say this. The lowest temperature that we've had so far this year is 4 degrees, and that was back in early December. There's some air masses that start to come into play by the middle of next week, end of next week, that would have the potential of taking us colder than that if certain scenarios play out. So it's, we're getting back to that, quote, deeper midwinter cold.
I know.
It's almost there. It was 66 days till spring. Yeah, historically speaking, the first 10 days of February are the coldest on record throughout the course of the year for Rochester. So we're almost to that point where it kind of bottoms out and then comes back up, but we're kind of getting closer to the bottom out.
Okay.
And if the coldest air masses in the northern hemisphere visit us during this time period, it can be very cold.
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't mind that. It's the wind. It's the wind that bothers me.
Yeah, but you got heat at home. You got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
We've got everything we need.
Yep.
I'm trying to be positive.
Positive
Okay.
Dan.
All right.
Positive
Because
Dan.
you said lower than 4, and I can't go any lower. I don't know where the numbers start.
Typically in a winter we get 6 days of sub-zero temperatures.
Ooh.
We haven't had any.
Oh. Okay.
Lucky us. I'm glad we're saving them for something special, something to look forward to. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Time right now is 8:33. Don't go anywhere. We still have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this. 5:36 this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. It's time now to go behind the story as a double hit on the health front this morning.
A drug-resistant superbug hitting hospitals and a brutal flu season is making millions of Americans sick. The National News Desk's Angela Brown explains.
This winter, the country is facing two major health challenges at the same time. First, a dangerous drug-resistant superbug inside hospitals and nursing homes.
So the big concern with this is the fact that our conventional treatments aren't working well.
But for most Americans, the biggest threat? The flu. The CDC says at least 15 million Americans have gotten sick from the flu this season. Around 180,000 went to the hospital and more than 7,400 deaths nationwide. Some doctors are still, though, recommending the flu shot, even though it's not a perfect match.
If you do go on to get the flu despite getting vaccinated, having received the flu vaccine lowers your risk of hospitalization and death, and that's a big deal.
The CDC says 17 children have died from the flu so far this season, a stark sign of how serious this outbreak has become. The medical director for infection prevention and control at Cincinnati Children's Hospital in Ohio described what they're seeing.
Over the past month, we've seen about 20 to 50 kids hospitalized every week for flu alone.
The CDC reports nearly 40,000 people were admitted to U.S. hospitals with the flu the week ending January 3rd, and that number is still going up.
The problem we have is, do we have the personnel and the space available to house some of these patients in big outbreak areas?
For more, Angela Brown joins us again this morning. Angela, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I want to dive right into this because one of the things I have been thinking about since we began reporting on it yesterday is that nurses' strike that's underway in New York City. You've got 15,000 healthcare professionals picketing on the lines right now rather than inside of the hospital when we are seeing such a surge in influenza this year. Any idea what sort of impact that could have?
You know, that's an excellent point. When I was covering the story, that's the one concern a lot of health officials have right now is the fact these hospitals will not be able to take care of this double threat. And you talk about situations like that when it comes to the nurses' strike, and then just the sheer numbers of cases we're seeing. It was a week when I was going through the CDC's website, and they had the numbers for 45,000, I think, or 40,000 new cases the week ending January 3rd. That's an alarming number because all these cases are rising. And then you have all of these different aspects coming together at the same time. Not only the strikes, but also the shortages of healthcare workers. And then when you look at the other problem with the superbug, just even the shortage of workers inside nursing homes. So this is a double punch for a lot of facilities.
It seems like Americans feel pretty split when it comes to what you're supposed to do when you're sick. Some of them say, I just got to power through. I'm just going to go to work anyway. I'm going to keep living my life, and I can be tougher than this sickness. And then there are others who say, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just staying home, and I don't care, about I'm just going to be at home and I'm going to stay at home. And I imagine that people on both sides feel very, very strongly about those opinions.
You know what's interesting is that when I was going through this, and I don't know the exact number, a lot of people, what they decided not to do was actually get the flu shot. According to the CDC, something like 130 million vaccines for the flu shots have been distributed or something like that. And it covers something equivalent to maybe less than, was it 40% of the population? So this year, a lot of people decided not to get that flu shot. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. So you have that on one hand, and then you have the people who will decide to come to work anyway when they're sick and probably should stay home and spreading those germs. But then you have guidance from the CDC where this year was the first time they didn't have a universal recommendation for kids to get the flu shots. So we're seeing a lot of things happening on a lot of different levels. You're not seeing as many people get the flu shots, or the numbers seem to be low when you look at the distribution versus how many people actually got it. Then you have the CDC changing its recommendation, no universal recommendation. And then you have those folks who, like you said, will try to power through and come to work and they're sick, and it could spread to other folks who are sitting next to them.
So many factors at play, but that is the one that I struggle looking past. We experience it on, it's a fairly large building. We've got a sizable number of people that work here. You're bound to see someone sick at some point in time. But what I don't understand is those who much rather put their own health and the health and well-being of others at risk by showing up to work. I get that. Like, I understand the stress factor, the guilt factor, the I'm letting my team down factor, but I also understand that there's a point where it's no longer safe for me. I'm not a productive member of this team when I'm in this condition, so I might as well just be sick.
I always think that's why you have sick days, is to take them. And also, I also always think, listen, they'll replace you in a day. So if you're sick, you might as well stay home, rest up, not infect your coworkers, because no one's in love with you at work in terms of they will replace you if they need someone new the next day. So you might as well just stay home and get some rest. But also you can do practical things. You hear these every year, like wash your hands, do things like that. Maybe clean off your workstation if you're sharing with other people so that you can protect your coworkers or the people you work with. But yes, stay home. That's why you have sick days.
Yep.
Yeah. Angela, we appreciate the time. When do we typically see the flu season wrap up? Not that we're counting down the days or weeks or anything, but when does this typically kind of, die down a little bit?
Yeah, when are we safe?
No, listen, peak season, usually they say what I think is between December and February, but the CDC said that we haven't hit. They just said this a couple of days ago, so I don't know if they've changed it in the last 4 days. But they said in the last several days that we have not hit the peak season. Ooh. So we have these cases that are records more than we've seen in decades, and we're not even to the top yet. So I don't know when we're going to be safe. Probably at the end of February. That's my crystal ball answer. But, we haven't hit peak according to the CDC a few days back.
Well, it's something we will continue to monitor and report. And again, Angela, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, my friend.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're going to check in once again with Chris Lopez. He's taking us behind the curtain this Tuesday morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go and watch Arc Rochester streaming live wherever you are. We're on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com right now. The new year is bringing fresh talent to Rochester's stage.
Yeah, the city welcomes the Classics Company, a brand new theater troupe dedicated to bringing timeless plays to life. Their very first production is opening right here at the Muck, and Chris Lopez is live there this morning with some of the cast. Chris?
I like this big one.
Good morning, guys. I'm here with Tracy, Aaron, Kate, and Natalie. They are cast of The Seagull. About 6 more performances left. One is tonight. It's $10 Tuesdays. And we're doing something at this table. I have no idea what we're doing. What are we doing?
When the long fall evenings set in here, we play Lotto. It's a dull game, but not bad once you get used to it. Would you like to play around before supper?
I'll play. Okay, it looks pretty interesting. I'm told similar to bingo. How do you play?
Yeah, well, basically you get these cards, right? They have random numbers on them. In the show, we play with 2, but you can also play with 1. I will call a number, just like in bingo. So, 74. And if you have 74, then you'll place one of your chips on...
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Lucky 74.
Beginner's luck there, I think.
And the goal is to fill up the board.
Okay. The dynamic at this table, though, once I sat down, I couldn't. So, what's going on with the characters while they're playing the game in this scene here?
So in the show, we have about 6 people around a very small table, and all of them have backstories. All of them have relationships with each other. Some are. I have my husband to the right of me. I have my lover to the left. We have jealousies. My daughter's across, who is in love with somebody else who's not at the table. So there's a whole lot of things going on under the game while we play.
And when it comes to that scene, who is there anyone that steals the scene? Because I feel like that scene would be something easy to steal. Would that be your character? Because I feel they're just
Absolutely, yes. The entire scene is me talking about myself and what I've been doing, because I've been gone for 2 years. So I've just returned with my lover, who had left me for my son's love.
Does anyone at this table like each other?
I don't know, because my lover is the school teacher who's poor, who I don't love, but I am in love with her son, Constantine, who is in love with someone else. So lots of conflicting love triangles and jealousy.
When prepping for this play here, have any of you guys done Chekhov at all?
I have.
You've done Chekhov?
Yes.
Was it easy to get into character or to kind of translate the play? Because I know it's in Russian and it had to be translated to English.
Well, the translation is was done for us for this production, and it was great. It wasn't, I mean, the translation part wasn't difficult, but the character I have found really challenging and really rewarding, but also it's, she's a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's been really fun to kind of get into who she is and how she relates to other people, because she is so self-absorbed.
Arkadina is a very famous actress in the play, and so she comes in and she's like larger than life, and
Always dressed and groomed.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems very Sunset Boulevard. That was the first thing I said. What about you guys? Was it easy to kind of find the voice in your character?
Well, Masha, who is the role that I portray, she breaks all the societal norms of that time in that century. You know, she wears all black. She is an alcoholic. She takes snuff, which she keeps on her person, which is basically tobacco snorted up the nose. Typically not seen in that time period. So
Not seen in this time period
not seen
either.
in this time period either. Jumping into that was a little bit difficult, but finding her truth, because behind all of that, she is a person. So awesome, yeah.
And what about you, Tracy?
You know, Paulina, the character that I play, is on stage quite a lot, but doesn't say very much.
Okay.
So a lot of it was just finding a way to live in this world, and and to be able to convey a lot of story with very little text.
Well, come check this trio out here at the Lotto table tonight, $10 Tuesdays, and then you guys are going until January 17th, I believe. That's the final performance. You can get tickets. You can find out tickets either on our website on 13wham.com or Box Rochester or theclassicscompany.org. You can choose any one of those. I'm going to send it back to you in studio for now.
Chris.
Call out another number. Let's see if I get, yeah?
Chris, you
66.
Sick.
I got that
you're an actor. You've entertained the masses before. Why don't you jump on your feet and stand next to Masha, and you can be her new lover and act something out for us.
See, I would totally do that, but I'm getting the good old rapperooski from producer Ashley right now.
Ashley told me to ask you.
And I still have to finish. I don't believe that.
Oh, he's
and
shy.
I still have to finish this lotto game. Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm not blushing at all. Am I blushing?
Well, then you know what? Maybe give the IFB to Masha, because I'll just let
rosacea.
Masha,
It's my rosacea.
Masha know that you're flirting.
They're triggering my rosacea right now.
We're triggering his rosacea.
All right.
When our Rochester returns, we are sitting down with the Monroe County DA for this morning's Crime Stoppers.
We're back after this.
$8:54 this morning, the Monroe County District Attorney's Office is outlining its plans for the year ahead with a new chief prosecutor at the helm.
New DA Brian Green joins us for this morning's Crime Stoppers to go over what's expected from his office in 2026. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so it's a clean slate here. Brand new start. Let's get right into it. 2026. What can we expect from you at the helm now?
Well, it's been an interesting start over the last 3 months. It's been a big learning curve. It's a very different job from just being a prosecutor in the office. So I've sort of been learning the balance in the office, and now we're moving forward with several new initiatives, one of which is the first comprehensive training program for new assistant district attorneys in the office. We've got our first 2 new hires going through that program right now, and we'll be continuing to improve that training program over the course of this year as we bring new people on board. And hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a good, comprehensive training program for all new ADAs going forward.
And what does that training look like? What is the focus?
So this first time around, basically, we're spending a full week with the 2 new ADAs. We have bureau chiefs from the different bureaus in the office teaching them about the substantive crimes that they handle in those bureaus, but also probably the more important part is the procedural aspect of being a prosecutor and walking into court for your first time to handle a case. There are a lot of nuances to this type of practice area, and it's really important that the ADAs understand what it is they're supposed to do when they walk into court.
And it might seem kind of obvious, I suppose, but why is it so important to give them that training so that they can better support, the people in our community?
Well, I mean, supporting the people in the community is the main thing, right? When we walk into court, we represent the people of the state of New York. And if we don't know what we're doing, it's not good for the cases, it's not good for the community. And if we have assistant district attorneys who make it up into prosecuting felony cases, who still don't know some of the basics that they need to know because they were simply never taught, it's really not safe for the community. We need experienced prosecutors handling these types of important cases.
For someone sitting at home thinking to themselves, the DA, I think they're the ones who, bring the charges against someone. Explain the day-to-day of a district attorney.
Sure. So some areas downstate, the DA's office does actually bring the charges, but upstate it's very different. The police agencies actually charge individuals with crimes and file the paperwork at court. And those files come to the district attorney's office, and we have people working in the town and village courts all over the county, in city court, and then we have felony bureaus handling more serious cases for the entire county. And we get a new case, we have to analyze the new case, we have to analyze the evidence, we have to work with the police officers who brought the case, contact victims and witnesses to make sure that we understand the case fully and decide whether to go forward or not in the first instance. Once we decide to go forward, we have to appear in court for an arraignment, where the defendant is told what the charges are against them, and then we carry the case forward. It could go through trials and hearings, it could be a plea offer, or it could go all the way to trial, either bench in front of the judge or jury.
I imagine it's going to be a very busy year for you. Aside from the training, if you had to use one word to describe your goals for the year ahead and then elaborate on it, what do you think the word would be?
I think I would have to say probably communication. This office is going through a change right now, and we need to have open communication within the office. Everybody needs to be working to be on the same page and working together to find new solutions. But we also have to have great communication with all of our partners in the area. And it's not just law enforcement. We do have a good, close working relationship with all of the law enforcement agencies in the county. But we also work with other community partners, such as Willow, the Children's Advocacy Center, the Boys and Girls Club. There are several organizations that we work with on all kinds of different efforts, and I want to maintain that working relationship. So hopefully we can all just keep the communication lines open and make sure that we're getting the job done.
Important stuff, and best of luck on your first year in as Monroe County DA. Brian Green with us this morning. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Time right now is 8:58. Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
today's Political Pulse, Minnesota and the Twin Cities are suing the Trump administration. Why leaders say the recent deployment of ICE agents is unconstitutional. And details on the legislation being proposed in Albany to prevent intervention by local authorities in ICE operations. Plus, response from lawmakers after the Department of Justice launched an investigation into the Federal Reserve chair. That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. ARC Rochester returns after this.
On this Tuesday morning. Thanks for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. That's meteorologist Mark McLean back with us once again to give us the answer to weather trivia, the Muddy Paws forecast, and the regular forecast.
Yeah, we need some photos for the Muddy Paws. We've got,
Do we?
Okay.
We've got an interesting little picture, but also for weather trivia, anyone that missed it last hour, kind of a fun one today, right? Angus. Back in,
Angus,
I believe
yes,
it was
the
1999.
Angus
This is a Guinness Book World Record for
tallest snowman.
Tallest, and believe it or not, there's a record for tallest snow woman too.
Snow woman?
Yes. Should we do that tomorrow?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Well, there's a picture of Angus right there. Those little dots at the bottom, those are people. That just gives you an idea where we're headed with this one.
6'3", brown eyes.
28 feet was this snowman, 54 feet, 86 feet. Or did we make a 113-foot tall snowman?
I'm going 86 feet. I'm going C.
Okay, C.
I might go D.
Okay, 113. What did anyone that didn't Google this, what did they go? Okay, Tim says A. Julie and Barb have B. Debbie and Janet have D. The other Debbie has C. So lots of different areas here. James, Amy, Paul, and Barbara all have C.
Okay.
Julie B, Yvonne D. Interesting.
Really all over the place.
Yeah, Rod has D. Lisa and her dad have D.
No A's.
No A's. Lori and Frank's wife, B.
Oh, Eva's husband.
There's a battle right there, D and an A. Cheryl's got C, and the Hubs has D. Interesting. What do you say? Final answers?
I'm going to stick with mine.
Okay. Boom.
Wow.
13 feet tall. Look at the size of that snowman.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
You know, and it's what kind of snow is it, too? Is it
How
like
do you keep the arms out?
I don't know. Like, these are all good questions because snow has a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
At the time of measurement, this thing was 113 feet tall, but 6 hours later, it was probably under 100 feet, right?
Yeah.
Just from compaction.
Yeah.
So this
closer to the sun, it's melting.
This is in Bethel, Maine, where this snowman was created. It eclipsed a record from a group in Japan who had a 96-foot tall snowman at the time.
So did they, maybe you don't even know the answer,
Yeah.
did they just like bring in a bunch of snow?
They did, and the article that I read online said that they actually, and then they had to have almost like a scaffolding
Yeah.
to get up there to the top to actually decorate it, and a big crane with a big bucket on it.
Let me ask, and you might not know,
Yeah.
are there like before pictures? Is there a frame underneath that snowman?
I don't know if there was a frame or not, but I just saw the final picture.
Because you can't have a frame and then be in the Guinness
And this
Book,
was
right?
also before smartphones, so there wasn't a lot of video. This is 1999, so it wasn't a lot there to it besides the final product.
I imagine it would also be a hazard too.
Yeah.
Like, all right, kids, don't go playing.
Yeah,
in a
don't
massive
go in
snowman.
the snow.
And how long would it take to build that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
113 feet of snow. You got to find it from somewhere. You got to stack it up, and
A Saturday.
yeah, you could do it in a Saturday.
Yeah, why
we can
not?
knock this out.
Yeah, we
One
got
right in front of the
this.
station here.
We've got this.
Tallest TV snowman.
Boom.
We'll do
Done.
like 3 little snowballs like this big.
Let's go. We can take care of it now.
All right, let's talk about our forecast and the chance for a little snow. This will be Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and Thursday morning. Looks like some lake-enhanced snow and a little snow with a weak storm system. Just to our east, we may be just close enough to get brushed by snow with this one as we move through time. Now, it's not a lot. This is what I was going to show you last hour, but is it a 1 to 3 inch snowfall? Is it 2 to 4 out into central New York, where we may be a little closer, the Syracuse area, to the center of that system? We'll just have to see how this plays out over time, but I would suspect that we'll have at least an inch or two for that Thursday morning commute. So we'll keep you posted on that. And you know what? The Muddy Paw outlook today, we've got an owl. I guess we should say Muddy Paw.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Wow.
Just hanging out. Yep.
Gorgeous eyes.
I like the snow owl. The snowy owls, they're my favorite. But dry paws for the most part today. Tomorrow we'll have the chance for that afternoon, evening snow. And Thursday as well. Towel time, that storm system goes by Friday and Saturday. I think we're in better shape at that point. But no snow for this morning. The commute is in good shape, just clouds out there. 35 degrees, a light southwest breeze. Nice to have a break from the wind, right?
Yeah.
Southwest at 8. We'll take that. Some of these gusts that we've had over the last few days. There's the system back to our west. It's swinging through the Great Lakes right now, and that's going to give us that small chance of an afternoon shower. You see that come into play right there. For some of the higher elevations south of Rochester into the southern tier, this may play out as a brief period of wet snow, but we do not expect any accumulation closer to the city. Morning commute looks pretty good tomorrow. It's going to be one of these days you walk out of your house, it's going to feel like spring. It's going to be near 40 outside, maybe low 40s for some spots. And it's going to feel out of season, but by the afternoon, that cold front swings through. That's when the air is going to grow colder. We're going to trade any rain showers for wet snow showers. And just look at the placement of that snow. A little bit steadier east of Rochester. Areas west may not see much out of this at all. And beyond that, it's cold air comeback. This is the Arctic stuff. This is the stuff that's been bottled up to the north that we've been spared from over the last 2 weeks. It is going to make a return next week, and we do expect not only below average temperatures, but potentially substantially below average temperatures by the middle and end of next week. But enjoy today. Look at that. May get into the low to mid 40s for that high temperature. The normal, by the way, is on the right-hand side of the screen. It's only 33. Sunset at 4:58, one of our last sunsets in the 4 o'clock hour, as we see our visible day length growing each and every day. We'll be back in the 5 o'clock hour later this week. Morning snow for Thursday. By Friday 26, it's going to be colder into the weekend, and still cold next week. The question is, how much of that Arctic cold centers up over the top of us? Historically speaking, when we get lake effect snow, when we get this kind of cold, but it's tough to get, quote, big snows when we get into the center of these Arctic air. They're very dry. Cold air doesn't like to hold moisture. So it may be towards the end of the month where the storm track gets a little bit more active with some of this cold air, that we may start to see a better chance for, quote, more sizable storms.
Just in time for the coldest part of winter.
That's it.
10 days of February.
Lock it in. I know a lot of people that look forward to it, and I know a lot of people that dread it too. But, we're almost there.
I'm in that second.
The dread category?
Half, yep.
You try to stay positive with it, but, I feel like after weeks and weeks and weeks
Yeah.
of it just being
You have-
same thing every day.
The key is you have to get outside.
You got to get that sunlight.
You have to.
Yep.
Even when it's brutal out for a little while, you got to get out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bundle up.
Yep.
What do they say? There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing.
Just bad clothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to get out there.
Yep.
Got to soak some of it up. All right, McLean, thank
Yep.
you. We appreciate it.
Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester, including when we come back. We're looking ahead to Governor Hochul's State of the State address. It's happening today.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. .13 and happening today, Governor Kathy Hochul will deliver her State of the State address.
The speech is expected to focus on several different topics, including proposals to make life more affordable for New Yorkers. For more on the coming address and what we can expect, we're joined now by Tom Eschen from our sister station out in Albany. Tom, thanks so much for being here today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good morning.
I'm sure this is going to be a busy day out there in Albany, so let's get right to it. Just looking at some of the topics that we anticipate the governor will touch on. We're talking about childcare. We're talking about ghost guns, kids and social media, kids and cell phones. So pick one. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, why don't we start with universal child care, because that
Right.
seems to be the big one that really got a lot of attention, thanks to, in part, Zohar Mamdani and his campaign in New York City there. And then the governor, I don't know if you remember or not, but last year in her State of the State, she sort of announced this rollout of universal child care. So this is more of it coming to fruition, starting in New York City and then being expanded over the course of the next few years across the state. There's obviously some questions about funding for this, how much it's going to cost taxpayers, and also availability of childcare centers. As you might know, that there's deserts of childcare centers across the state. So being able to build up the infrastructure and also have the staffing to be able to facilitate all this at the end of the day are still some of the questions, and maybe we'll get some of those answers today. I will say, in last year's State of the State, to set sort of the groundwork for this, the governor did put more money in to build out more infrastructure, and a few years ago also had more incentives for workers too.
Tom, correct me if I'm wrong. In situations like this, as much as we expect to hope for those answers during the State of the State, a lot of times the questions are talked around, and that is to be figured out later at the legislative level. We're gonna hash all of this out behind the scenes, correct?
Yeah, great point, Dan. That's really, today is more, I don't want to call it ceremonial. It's more of a show, and then you really get into the meat behind everything really next week when we're expecting her to unveil the budget. So we might hear some proposals today without really many answers, but potentially you could be getting more hints, indications of what policy could look like. So yes, next week in the budget is, I really like digging in a little bit deeper there, because then you find out, okay, where is the money behind this, and where's it being shifted around, and where's that going?
Absolutely. And, you know, like you said, universal childcare has been an extremely hot topic, especially lately with Zohran Mamdani winning in New York City. Let's stick with kids. Let's talk about kids and social media and cell phones, something that has been a very, very hot debate in the state of New York. We know that bell-to-bell cell phone ban went into effect. That has been, seemingly relatively successful, at least in this area. But what else can we expect going into 2026 from the governor's desk?
We've really seen her target algorithms, and we've seen her do that in a few different ways when it came to social media, and now we're looking at AI as well when it comes to the chat bots and things of that nature. And this really goes along with her bigger plan when it comes to mental health. So I'm expecting today to see another iteration of that. I know that she's already addressed some of that. I think she already rolled out a few of her ideas and proposals when it came to just being able to control these algorithms more and make it more age restricted and create more guardrails around that, not only for children, but for parents to know as well. And this, I think, is a continuation of her, really the whole mental health scheme here for her has really been addressed the last few years. And I think that's gotten support from both sides of the aisle. So really a winner when it comes to both Democrats, Republicans, everyone in the middle alike.
Tom, I want to, if we can, move on to the ghost guns. I'm sure Albany is no stranger to crime. Rochester, Western New York, no stranger to crime. And I would make the argument that there are very few communities that would be strangers to crime at this point. What sort of legislation, though, are we talking about when it comes to ghost guns? Because is there not already legislation through the state that makes them illegal?
Yes, it's already been passed at this point. Like you said, bills have already been passed to address this. It really just takes it up to another level of being able to hold people accountable for when they're found with them at the end of the day. And I think that that's the next step here is the accountability portion. So you can restrict them and what have you all you want, but I think the governor is really trying to send that message. And she did it in Albany at a community center, which I thought was really an interesting move there, as we also get to the youth portion of this. And I think that's another level that she'll probably address as well today is who has these guns too. And that not necessarily is addressing ghost guns specifically, but also the younger person and and if they have a gun or not and what that looks like.
Elaborate a little more on that for us, if you don't mind. The correlation between the youth and the guns and just all of it in general in New York State. It's a big problem.
Yeah, and I think that's where Raise the Age comes into play, right? We've seen the governor address criminal justice reform now, I believe, in every one of her State of the States, whether that was bail reform, whether that was discovery last year. And now you'll see Raise the Age addressed in a way. And I'm really curious to see how far she goes with it, because I've heard pretty broadly so far that they want to change lawmakers the funding mechanism for Raise the Age programs. And I think the governor really has political will to be able to move on this because of a comptroller report from the spring, which said of the funds used for Raise the Age, the $1.7 billion that was allocated, only $650 million has been used by these municipalities. So I think they want to change the funding mechanism. The question about guns then becomes, how much farther will she go? Because there's the District Attorney Association of New York are pushing for the brandishing of a weapon language to be changed. And right now, that's also a cause of concern for law enforcement when they're looking to make arrests and make these decisions when it comes to Raise the Age. So that's one step. And then the next step after that be changing some other language when it comes to deciding between family court, criminal court for a 16 or 17-year-old.
Tom, we're running low on time. Got about 30 seconds left. Last topic we want to quickly talk about is what is going on in healthcare. Right now, we're seeing 15,000 nurses downstate in New York City take to the picket lines, striking against their employers. How do we see this process playing out from the governor's office?
This is a good one because we know at the end of this year, that's when a lot of those changes to Medicaid will happen at the federal level from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And that's what a lot of the rallying has been about. There was 1199 calling a code red out at the Capitol yesterday. So, and Medicaid and this funding for healthcare and then, the subsidies, and they're looking at in Congress right now, the Affordable Care Act, also a part of that, of trying to extend those for another couple years. But Medicaid, as you know, takes up such a big part of the budget. You wonder how much more spending could be put on top of that. And I think that that's a big issue here. And then finding other ways to help prevent people from losing their health care coverage will also potentially be addressed. I'm not sure just yet what the governor will say on that today, because obviously that comes a lot of the budgetary issues, but maybe there's some incentives you can put in there, or even some credits or some way to help people out when it comes to losing that coverage. And I think a lot of it comes within making sure the right people are getting coverage at the right time. And I think that's another way that the state is looking to address that, to clean up anything that might be not going the right way when it comes to that right now.
Tom Eschen from our sister station, WRGB. Thank you so much for your time, Tom. We appreciate it.
Dan and Abby, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
I'm sure we'll be checking in with you too once we learn more about the budget. So
it's the Super Bowl. It's a fun day today.
Very much so.
Have fun. Be safe. When
Thanks.
Arc Rochester returns this morning, Steph will be here. She's breaking down some of our top political headlines.
Political Pulse coming your way next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on Arc Rochester. The state of Minnesota and the Twin Cities are suing the Trump administration over its immigration crackdown there. Now, the lawsuit argues Operation Metro Surge is a, quote, federal invasion and violates the 10th Amendment by disregarding state law and interfering with the state's authority to govern. In other words, they're accusing the federal government of infringing on their state sovereignty. This comes as protesters continue to clash with law enforcement after a woman was fatally shot by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. Now, the state of Minnesota is also requesting a court order to stop the operation.
We are not asking ICE not to do ICE things. We are asking this federal government to stop the unconstitutional conduct that is invading our streets each and every day.
We're doing this because they have dramatically increased the numbers to the point where Minneapolis police are responding to 911 calls. We're spending inordinate amount of money because of ICE on overtime because people are calling and the police have to respond. So they are draining local resources away from things that need to be done. Look,
Earlier in the day, the press secretary said the Trump administration supports ICE.
ICE is doing an incredibly important job that's not just important to our homeland security, but our national security. And this administration will continue to stand wholeheartedly by the brave men and women of ICE.
Meantime, New York lawmakers are calling for federal regulations for law enforcement and immigration. Now, dozens rallied in Albany yesterday showing support for the New York for All Act. It would limit the use of state and local resources for immigration enforcement. Some cities, including Rochester, already follow this rule.
We know we have a shortage of law enforcement professionals, right? Let's have them focus on keeping our community safe. Let's let federal agents focus on their immigration tactics.
Turning now to backlash from lawmakers over the DOJ's probe into Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Prosecutors believe Powell lied to Congress last June about the cost of renovating the Federal Reserve's D.C. headquarters. The Fed was subpoenaed. Some Democrats say the Trump administration is weaponizing the DOJ. Powell also alluded to that in a video posted to social media. He said the investigation was motivated by interest rates and not following the preferences of President Trump. In the past, you may remember, Trump has repeatedly pressured the Fed to lower them. The House Speaker denies any weaponization, though. And while some members of his party don't agree with Powell, they say they don't believe the Fed chair is a criminal.
This is a really dangerous thing for President Trump to use his Department of Justice to weaponize our system of justice to try and coerce a Fed chair into following his preferences for interest rates. This is really foolish and dangerous.
I don't like the idea of an investigation, a criminal investigation. Is something that, if he's guilty of misleading Congress, if we were to do an indictment on everybody that misled Congress in a hearing, we'd have to build a couple new federal penitentiaries.
And the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments in a debate about transgender athletes competing in women's school sports. Idaho and West Virginia are set to defend their bans, but civil rights attorneys say it violates the Constitution. This concerns the Equal Protection Clause under the 14th Amendment. It's not the court's first time considering the topic. Last year, justices allowed the Trump administration to continue a similar ban in the military. In international news, President Trump has announced a 25% tariff on countries that trade with Iran. This comes as anti-government protesters filled the streets amid the country's declining economy. And just into the newsroom, activists estimate at least 2,000 people have died. Thousands more were arrested. Dozens of body bags have lined the street as family tries to identify loved ones. President Trump has considered intervention, calling on Iran not to harm protesters. He says Iran has called to negotiate but is not ruling out action. President Trump's national security team is expected to meet today.
We have cyber capabilities, for example, that could really serve to open up the internet, to empower the protesters, to encourage sentiment against the regime. Those are the kinds of options that should really be on the table here. And I'm a bit concerned that, knowing the track record of the Trump administration, they're just thinking of military options alone.
Well, I think one thing President Trump is very good at is always keeping all of his options on the table, and airstrikes would be one of the many, many options that are on the table for the commander-in-chief.
The Pentagon will incorporate Elon Musk's Grok AI chatbot into its Google AI engine. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth making that announcement on Monday. He mentioned wanting to streamline technological innovation in the military, noting that AI is only as good as the data it receives. This follows steep criticism over the app, which reportedly created sexualized deepfakes when prompted. Grok is now blocked in Malaysia and Indonesia. The AI system will be in use for the DoD later this month.
Very soon, we will have the world's leading AI models on every unclassified and classified network throughout our department.
And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We're back after this.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on ARC Rochester. Hey, it's time to head into the kitchen, Abigail, for what?
I think you know.
We've got the funk, hooah! Spatchcock funk, hooah!
Nope. All right. So today they are cooking up a meal perfect for the cold weather. Take a look.
Spatchcock Nation, we are here to honor one of the big legends and icons and influences in the spatchcock funk life. That's the great Anthony Bourdain. So we are gonna make his clam chowder today. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna cook the clams. Now make sure you scrub them, and we're gonna basically put them into a pan with a half cup of water, about a dozen at a time, and then carefully move them with tongs onto a sheet, let them cool, but all the dripping, save that in the bottom of your cookie sheet. Got some clams going. Meanwhile, in a big old Dutch oven, we are going to take our salt pork and we're gonna heat it over medium heat until it starts rendering the fat. But to keep it from browning, after it starts getting warm, you're gonna throw in a couple tablespoons of water. Oh yeah. All this fat has rendered. There's at least a quarter inch of this beautiful pork fat in here. So we're gonna take our 2 Spanish onions that are diced up. We're gonna add them into the pot and stir it so you coat it, all of it with that pork fat. So all of the onions are coated in that fat. And then once they're coated, what we want you to do, according to the man's recipe, is season them with cracked black pepper and salt. So we're gonna add in those 2 skinned and diced Yukon potatoes, right? Add those in there, stir that around too, and then add water until the potatoes are just covered. Then you're gonna let it boil for 10 to 12 minutes till they're soft, and then we're good to go. Then we'll move on. Now we've got our clams cooling off on a cookie sheet. Once they're cooling off the touch, put them into a bowl, right? And we want to kind of catch some of that liqueur, the clam liquor out of there, the clam juice. So just set those aside so you can have a whole bowl full of it with some of the juice in there as well. So we're gonna make a slurry to kind of cream stuff out a little bit. So we have 3 tablespoons of whole milk and 2 tablespoons of flour. We're gonna put those together, whisk them, add it in to your soup, and then give that a stir all around so it's evenly throughout it. We're gonna add all of that in, and we're gonna cook it for 5 minutes just to heat the clams through. Yeah, we're at the finish line now. To add the creaminess to it, we're gonna put in 2 cups of whole milk, turn the heat off, 2 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of heavy cream. Now we're gonna stir it up a little bit, hit it with what you like about how much salt and pepper. We like a good amount of both. We're gonna turn it back up just for a little bit. Don't boil it. Then we're gonna serve. Soup's on, nah, not soup. Chowder is on, Anthony Bourdain's chowder. So to a great man, how he would also finish it is with some crushed and regular pilot crackers, and then drizzle a little clarified butter over the top. Now, here is to Mr. Bourdain. Here's to you and all our friends. Keep an eye on everybody's mental health. Take care of each other. The reason why he's a legend is he's a great cook and a great storyteller. Tell some great stories today and keep an eye on your friends. Spatchcock Funk.
Spatchcock funk. He put butter in there. Should I fire myself? She can't even. Stick around. We've got, this show is so professional. We've got so much more coming up. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
We'll be right back. welcome back. A classic children's book is coming to life on stage for the very first time right here in Rochester. A project more than a decade in the making.
Really impressive. TYKES at the JCC is presenting Are You My Mother this weekend, and we are joined now by writer and director Matt Main and one of the cast members, Liz KD, with more. Thank you both so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's dive right in. For someone like myself, who I never read this book.
Which is crazy.
Growing up.
You got to read the book.
It is crazy.
Can we have the book? Would
You'll
you mind? You can
fill us in. Tell me about Are You My Mother?
Sure. This book is one of the top 100 children's books of all time, essentially. It is about a little bird who falls out of the nest and has to find its mother. And along the way, meets a bunch of new friends, a cat, a dog, a cow, a hen, a snort. And in doing so, learns a bunch of lessons and finally, meets up with mom. So
why is it, after all these years, that this book is still so loved and so popular and, now becoming its own production?
Well, I think that it's just classic characters. Kids love animals. Kids love to see animals come to life in books. And it's actually a very simple book for kids to be able to read on their own, too. So P.D. Eastman tried to make it as an early reader book so that kids could actually read it themselves by looking at the pictures, but also associating the words.
When you're dealing with an early reader book like this, how do you make this fit for the stage?
That actually, it was pretty tough because the book doesn't have a ton of words, right? But I think it was one of the coolest parts of the whole process was being able to actually create a character for each of the animals in the story. And really, Jim Schmidt and I had to come up with who these characters were and what they do in the show. Each of them teach a lesson to the little bird, and we got to determine what that was, which was really, really cool. So the kids are going to leave with a bunch of life lessons, but also have a lot of fun.
And Liz, tell us a little bit about the character you play.
So I'm playing the kitten, who is the first animal that the little bird meets on their journey to try to find their mother. And in the book, the bird asks, "Are you my mother?" And the kitten just blankly stares at the bird. And the bird figures out, "No, you are not my mother," and moves along. But in our version, I like to think that it's sort of like a Wizard of Oz situation where the bird meets a character and then the characters join the bird to try to find the mother. So by the end, it's like a whole gang of friends all together. And so the lesson that the cat teaches is about curiosity. She's a scaredy cat, but she becomes very brave at different increments of time. And so I sort of like to think of Kitten as being like the scarecrow character, the first one.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the entire process of putting this together. This is a decade in the making for you all. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And it's been really fun the whole time. 10 plus years ago, our producer, Freda Schneider, was asked to take a look at this book, and really they wanted it to be a play because it's such a great story. And I joined TYKES, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 years ago, and I was just fortunate enough to be the one to be asked to start writing it along with our music director, Jim Schmidt. And it does take a lot of time, but we really just wanted to perfect it. We wanted it to be perfect because it's such a classic story. And so we've been through several iterations of this musical, and I'm so excited with what we've been able to come up with. And it's really actually very special now. But it is a long process. It's writing the story, expanding the characters, and also then writing music too.
Sure.
So I can't compose music myself, but I can write lyrics. So that was a really fun process.
For each of you, is there a particular scene or song that you're especially proud of, that you're very excited for people at home to see?
Are you going to answer first?
Honestly, I'll just say I'm just proud of the whole thing. It's awesome to be able to see something that you've created come to life on stage. And the story is great. I think the kids are going to have a lot of fun. There's so much interactive elements. You know, we have interaction with the audience. We have some dancing in the audience. We have call and response moments. I really can't pick a spot, but I'm sure that
I'm going to pick a spot. There's a lot of songs that have been stuck in my head because they are very catchy, and there's moments that are really funny. And we have created characters that don't exist in the book, including the grubs, which are the worms that presumably could be the food for the bird. And there is a grub song, which is probably my favorite song in the show.
Amazing.
But don't worry, no grubs will be harmed.
Fantastic news.
Good to know. We need disclaimers like
yes,
that.
yes.
For someone sitting at home, they want to see the show with TYKES. How do they get tickets and when?
All right, they can go to tykestheater.org, and our shows are starting this weekend, the 17th. We have a show at 11 and 2, and then Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then next weekend as well, we have 2 shows on Saturday, one at 11 and 2, and then on Sunday, the same thing.
Very good. Thank you both so much for your time today. We appreciate it. Best of luck. We'll put all the information over on foxrochester.com.
Thank you so much.
9:46 this morning. When we come back, we're taking a look at some of the stories that have people talking this morning with Trending Now.
We'll be right back.
It's time to see what is trending. I feel like I'm out of energy from the laughter today.
We have laughed a lot.
We have. Trending now, starting with a new product that's bringing the joy of mowing the lawn.
Do you find a lot of joy when you mow the lawn?
I mean, I can find it enjoyable, sure.
Okay.
But is it something? No.
All right. So, Natural Light Beer, Natty Lights. They've announced the first of its kind turfed treadmill, dubbed the Tread Mower. It features a custom mower deck, handle, and immersive screen that turns into a never-ending lawn.
Love it. The product is advertised as a suburban dad's dream.
The Tread Mower is designed to help those restricted by the winter blues so they can get that joy back.
One lucky Natty fan will get the chance to win the Tread Mower and earn the bragging rights as the only person in America who has one.
Look at that sweat, too. To enter for a chance to win, fans have until the end of January to follow the brand's social media and comment under a designated post.
Meteorologist Mark McLean sounds like he already wants in.
He just wants the Natty Lights. Enter us?
And by enter us.
We'll put it right on the air.
That would be great if we could win that thing.
Could you imagine? Every day we have to do what's trending from the Natty lawnmower.
From the Natty lawnmower. Got to do what you got to do. All right, let's move along to a story that's going viral online. An Indian woman has filed a police complaint against her husband of 2 years, claiming she was deceived by his appearance.
According to police, the wife says her husband and 4 in-laws deceived her when she agreed to get married back in 2024.
She said she was promised a man with lush, healthy hair, but married a bald man, bald, wearing a wig.
The wife claims she was also being lied to about his education and financial status.
Well, okay, so this entire relationship is built on lies.
That is kind of how it seems.
It's like a house of cards. This is going to topple. The woman said it wasn't until recently that she discovered his fraudulent lifestyle. How?
The woman found the wig glue in the bathroom. Just kidding. The woman went on to tell police her husband had blackmailed her and threatened to release her private photographs if she were to reveal the truth. Sorry, this sounds like the worst man ever.
Yeah, this sounds like sextortion from a bald man.
A bald broke man.
A bald broke man who's not educated.
And got his parents involved.
Yeah, seriously. This is wild. What's this guy's name? Can we get him on the line?
I don't think we can.
We should start doing that.
Well, she's a big fan of the show.
We should start calling people like this and just telling them what we think of them.
We really should. Well, charges, though, are pending and an investigation is ongoing. So aside from all of this, when we first started and we read the first part, okay, he's bald. Your first thought was what?
My first thought was that they were feeling deceived that this guy was bald.
Yes.
And, well, yeah, I thought, honestly, what I thought to myself was, does Kim McLean have any of this in her? Like, does she feel this way?
No way. Well, I mean, he did have hair when they got married.
He did. And then he decided to lose it.
Yeah.
It's
a big deal.
Why did you pick to be bald?
Mark. And broke. He's bald and broke.
But he's educated.
This is true.
He's got that, yeah, somewhat.
Barely.
Let's move along to a new trend on TikTok that's raising eyebrows for a couple of different reasons here.
All right, so the social media app has seen a rise in sexy chefs.
Yeah, these are content creators who are making videos that show them cooking and baking shirtless while seductive music plays in the background.
All right, so some choose to be silly and add a little bit of humor, but there are others who maybe take it a touch too far.
One user said, no, go back. I can't. There we go. One user known as the Donut Daddy, this one, I'm sorry, I can't get on board with it, has really blown up because of these videos. His videos are highly suggestive, showing dough getting spanked, caressed, and fruit getting eaten with intensity and vigor, we'll say.
With vigor. Some people call this guy's content hot and enticing. Others are not afraid to say that it's disturbing.
According to Donut Daddy, he says he tries to be creative, sexy, sophisticated, and tries not to be too tacky.
Steph is horrified.
She is.
Some social media users have compared this kind of content to other mundane tasks being sold as sexy by influencers.
For instance, there are famous TikTokers who cut wool shirtless.
No, wood.
Oh.
It's a big difference.
There is. Okay, they chop wood shirtless. Okay, that makes more sense. They clean their house seductively. I don't think you can make dusting seductive. You can't.
What is more attractive than a clean house?
Nothing is more attractive than a clean house. I don't need to see you with your arm elbow deep in the garbage disposal. Clean it like that does nothing for me. Okay. Right? Am I right? Mark
You
likes
might be alone. You
Mark
might be alone.
likes it. Okay, something about morning routine videos with suggestive undertones.
People overwhelmingly say it's extremely thirsty content.
Yeah, they're looking for comments.
Well, yeah, they're making money off of it.
We got to wrap it. We'll have more on for our final thoughts.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah. They were on vacation.
Gotcha.
Did the entire lawn
Without putting the blade
down. And I'm like, what is going on? It doesn't look like
getting
anything's
longer.
happening. And it wasn't. Hey, that does it for us here on ARC Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 over on
13 WHIM, ABC.
That's it.
Join Steph and Mark for much more live local news later today for 13 WHIM News at midday.
You're breaking things.
Sorry, it's my mic.
Oh my gosh.